Hi, and welcome to Northern News. I'm Ashley Walsh. Thanks for joining us. Today we'll be highlighting several recent events in the Northern Burlington School District, including the recent performance by our Thespian Society, several varsity sports teams, our annual Alumni Day, the Public Speaking Genius Hour, an FFA workshop, our recent middle school play, and a field trip with our ceramic and AP art students. In high school news, Northern Burlington's Thespian Society performed short plays, scenes, music, and put on a great show for our staff and students. Let's hear from one of the members with more.
On Friday, January 11th, Northern Burlington Thespian Society performed a showcase, including musical numbers, acting scenes, and a short play as a preview for the upcoming competitions.
So I participate because I do sound, so I make sure all the mics are working and everyone is able to be heard, and I do it to get more experience other than the musical and the fall play. So we are doing the showcase to showcase our pieces that we are competing in January, later in January at State Thespian Festival in Robbinsville. It's just kind of like a preview for everyone to see and so that everyone can see our chapter select play. I think the audience will get how much hard work that everyone has put in, especially the actors. I give the actors a lot of credit because they work day in, day out to make sure that these lines are memorized and that they are performance ready and competition ready. So I think they're going to be able to see how much hard work that every actor put in.
A special thanks to all the students and staff who participated. From Northern TV, I'm Cascada.
As the weather cools down, the winter sports season continues to heat up. For this month's show, we took a look at both the boys and girls winter track teams.
Led by coaches Barbaduro, McHugh, and Richards, boys winter track had a lot of success this year. Let's hear from one of the newest members of the team about the season.
So the expectations are that you're at every practice and you're willing to give your 100%. My personal goals are to be faster, to get in better shape, and to compete in a meet. So I do sprints. I'm looking forward to the next meet because I didn't make it to this meet, but I think if I push myself, I can make it to the next meet.
Great job to all the members of the team. From Northern TV, I'm Jeffrey Alcalde.
Girls track worked hard this winter and were competitive in all their meets. Let's go to our field reporter with more.
The events that I compete in include the 4x8, the 800, and the mile. Expectations on a team include just showing up to every practice, trying your hardest, and putting all the effort that you have into every race and practice that you go to. My personal goals are to get in shape for the spring season, and then once spring season hits, I'm looking to get under 2:30 for my 800 time. To prepare academically, we do our homework before meets and after practices. So if we have time before our event, then we're going to sit in the middle of the track and we're going to work on it there. I'm looking forward to sectionals and the Meet of Champs. Even if we don't get to compete in Meet of Champs, it's always fun to sit there and watch the competitors in their races.
Sounds like another fun season indoors. For Northern Sports, I'm Chris Rios.
In January, former students from our communities came to Northern to participate in Alumni Day. Let's check in with field reporter Garrett Ballinger with more.
On January 4th, previous graduates returned to talk with Northern's juniors and seniors about what life was like in college. Here's what they had to say.
My name is Prateesh Balakrishnan. I graduated in 2018 and I majored in computer science at Rutgers, New Brunswick. Northern prepared me for college by helping me prepare for AP exams, and that was very similar to finals. The advice that I'd give to current high schoolers looking to go to college is to not procrastinate and really know what you want to do with your major, because you're going to be spending a lot of time doing homework in that field, so like what you're doing. The most difficult part to adjusting to college life is the due dates and how they are not it's not like how it is in high school where you have a teacher telling you what to do all the time. You're going to have to take that into your own hands.
Special thanks to the Northern alumni that returned to talk with everyone. From Northern TV, I'm Garrett Ballinger.
For this episode's Northern Stars, we took a look at our Genius Hour activity here at Northern, where students get the chance to choose and showcase a passion project of their choice.
This past winter, public speaking students invited friends and family to attend a very unique presentation activity called Genius Hour. Let's hear from their teacher, Ms. Sampson, with more.
So Genius Hour is a movement, I'd say. Some people call it 20% time, some people call it passion projects, but it's really an opportunity for student choice and an opportunity to allow students to really look into themselves and do projects based on what they're interested in. There are a lot of different projects that have been a result of our Genius Hour project. Basically, we do a look into who the students are and what they're interested in, and that drives what their projects turn into. We've had projects that are helping the community, that are really helping oneself. We've had projects that are aimed at movement, at changing things as large as like education reforms. So they really vary all over the place in our individual projects per student. The Genius Hour Summit last year went really well. We have one for each semester, so each semester gets an opportunity to showcase their projects. And last year we had really great projects such as a Northern Film Festival, such as crocheting blankets for children in the hospital. Like I said, they vary greatly, and last year was very successful, so I'm hoping that this year's is as well. The Genius Hour experience is interesting and very unique in the fact that students have a lot to gain from this project. It really allows students to open up and look into what they're interested in, what they'd like to work on. It allows them many different avenues to complete their projects. So basically I tell them, choose something that you're interested in, have something to show for it at the end of the semester. They blog about the whole process, so there's the electronic aspect of it also. But really, it's a very individualized project that allows them to express themselves and present in a way that they've never been challenged before.
Great job to everyone who participated. For Northern TV, I'm Chris Rios.
Throughout the year, FFA members participate in various activities district-wide. This past month, FFA members at the middle school took part in a workshop to find out how to earn their first badge for FFA. Let's hear from our middle school FFA advisor, Dr. Robin McLean, and a middle school student with more.
Recently, the middle school FFA hosted a discovery workshop for students interested in earning their FFA degree.
As FFA has recognized more middle school students and recognized the role young students play, it's an opportunity for students to get their feet wet with exploring what FFA offers, and some of them take great pride in the first recognition they have in FFA, being that discovery degree pin that they can wear proudly on an FFA jacket. As the Northern Burlington FFA advisor, I work with the chapter overseeing the activities that they do, helping students prepare for career development events and competitions, working on community service projects, and working with the officers as they serve their leadership roles. The nice part about being at Northern Burlington is that this middle school chapter feeds into the high school FFA chapter, which has 4 advisors, which better helps our students diversify into the areas of agriculture and FFA that are their passions. The Discovery degree is a degree for 7th and 8th grade FFA members. It's the first degree of FFA membership, but not all students have the opportunity to earn it because we are just one of 2 middle school FFA chapters in the state of New Jersey. In order to earn the Discovery degree, a student first has to take an agriculture class, they have to pay their FFA dues, and they also have to have some basic knowledge about what the FFA is and what sort of activities we do here at Northern Burlington. Students can earn several FFA degrees. The first level that you can earn in high school is referred to as the Green Hand degree. After students can earn the Green Hand degree, they can then go on to earn the chapter degree. Both of those are awarded at the local level. The state FFA degree is recognized for students who have work experience in agriculture, and that is a state level recognition. Some students go on to earn the highest level of FFA degrees, and that is the American FFA degree. That is held by just roughly 6% of all FFA members across the country, and it's again based on what's called their supervised agricultural experience, as well as leadership and community service activities.
I am earning this degree to get recognition for the hard work I've done in FFA. I'm the treasurer of the FFA, and I do meetings, and I'm really excited for the horticulture thing we're about to do. the FFA motto is learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, and living to serve. The Discovery degree is the first degree you can get as an FFA member. You just have to know some basic FFA information like some of the colors and the founding presidents. You can get a Green Hand degree, a chapter degree, a state degree, and the biggest degree, which is the America degree.
For more information on Northern's FFA, please visit our district webpage or follow them on Twitter. From Northern TV, I'm Kat Skelda.
Under the direction of Mr. David Galera, Northern Burlington's Middle School Theater Department recently held their annual play. This year's show was a take on H.G. Wells' famous work, The Time Machine. We sent our field reporter, Joey Skelza, to talk to one of the performers. During the weekend of January 18th and 19th, the Middle School Drama Club presented an adaptation of H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. Let's hear from one of the leading actors about the play.
Time Machine's about basically a scientist that wants to tell people that he can travel through time, and no one believes him. But after he does it, no one believes him still. But it's basically about Eloy and Morlocks. I play Philby, the lead scientist that's trying to travel through time. We started rehearsing in October. I hope the audience will enjoy the humor of what the future may be, and it has a lot of lessons to it.
Great job to the cast and crew, and a special thanks to everyone who attended. For Northern TV, I'm Emily Walsh. This episode's Spotlight Story looks at Northern Burlington's ceramics and art students and an out-of-classroom experience that gave them an up-close and in-depth look at many artists and techniques they learn about in class.
Recently, ceramics and art students traveled to Fork Hill Castle, Mercer Museum, Bavarian Pottery, and Tile Workshop. There, students saw how tiles were made, mass-produced, and saw mosaics on display.
So on the trip, we went to 3 different places. We went to the Fonthill Museum, which was basically where Henry Mercer lived, and he constructed it himself, and we learned how he constructed it. Then we went to the Moravian tile and ceramics place, where we got to see how specifically they make the tiles with the molds that he used. And then the last place we went to was the Mercer Museum, where we saw, because he was an archaeologist, we saw the things that he collected in this museum. My favorite part was probably the Moravian tile works place. I thought it was really interesting to see basically how they make the tiles using the molds that he himself constructed.
Our favorite part was probably being in the castle and being able to see all the different works and the tiles and learning the history of the castle.
My favorite part of the trip was being able to see all the different architecture in the castle. One specifically was a column that Mr. Mercer had in his house was Babylonian receipts and the different prints from ancient Mesopotamia, and there were receipts for things like rice and grain.
Basically, in ceramics, we're always learning new ways to make things. So the fact that we learned how to make tiles out of molds and stuff correlates to basically how to make tiles. We did a similar project earlier in the year where we used slip in a mold to create a project. So there was a similar process used to make the tiles.
Well, since the AP class, we all have different concentrations. It's not like we're all working on the same thing, so it kind of served as a great means of inspiration and showing what you can do using different media that we definitely don't usually use in there. So.
Sounds like a great trip. For Northern TV, I'm Zoe Coombs.
That wraps up this episode of Northern News. Please visit our district webpage for more information on our schools, our staff, and our students. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Twitter. For Northern TV, I'm Ashley Walsh.